say.
Yep.
I do actually want to talk about some of the other games.
Oregon-Auburn is the big game.
That's the biggest game, obviously. Let's come back to that one. 2 under-the-radar games. Good games, though. Utah versus BYU, Thursday night after Clemson and Georgia Tech. Utah, ranked number 14 preseason. They're going into BYU. I don't know. I don't have a good nickname for BYU. But, hey, you don't walk into the land of Jimmer and expect to walk away with a win. They're a scary team. Do they still have that? Oh, there's no way they still have that quarterback. They do have Mangum still.
Do they still have Jimmer?
No, he's in China.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not. Is he back in? He was on the G League or Summer League.
Well, he was terrible for the Suns. I remember that. But
anyway, that's supposed to be a good game. That should be a good game. I mean, Utah's they could be a favorite to win the Pac-12 number 14 preseason. I don't know much about Utah. But
did you see the thing about the Pac-12 considering 9 a.m. starts?
Yeah, they recently canned it. Said they're not going to do it.
Well, they said They said they didn't have the logistics weren't there, and they're considering it in the future.
I think a recent report came out like a week ago that they're not.
Well, I haven't seen that one.
All right.
Would you to 9 a.m. game?
No, absolutely not.
You'd miss it. That's what I was saying. I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that'd be so much fun. Like I'd get up for it." I'm like, "You'd have to get up at like 7."
You'd have to get up earlier than that, depending where you're at. Game day traffic. Come on, man.
No, I know, but I'm saying
I woke up at like 5 a.m. for Auburn, Georgia, Auburn, Alabama kickoffs at 2:30. But that's a completely different story. That's when you're in college and you're an idiot.
Yeah, and I wouldn't wake up at 5 a.m. I just want to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I want to make it to the game.
Other games the other game I'm excited for, or not really excited for, another low-key battle, Northwestern versus Stanford. Stanford's always pretty decent. Northwestern, they got a chance to make the Big Ten championship. I think they were very close last season. Or did they make it last season? 2 years ago? I don't know now. I think they made it last.
Yeah, you put me. I'm not sure.
I think they actually went to the Big Ten championship recently.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
And they definitely did. But anyway, doesn't matter. Big game there. They're going into Stanford. The next closest line that appears to me, Syracuse. Everyone's on the Syracuse bandwagon. They're the second best team in the ACC. They play at Liberty.
Why are they playing at Liberty?
Lynchburg, I believe Virginia. 18-point favorite for Liberty on ESPN Plus. There's your ESPN Plus advertisement.
Wait, for Syracuse?
Yes, I may have misspoke, but yeah, for Syracuse.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, they had a good end of last year.
I think Liberty was all right last year, but Syracuse, there's a lot of fans all over that they're the second best team in the ACC. They think they could be the team to take down Clemson. Clemson, Georgia Tech. They're the Thursday night game. They're going to get us back on track. Georgia Tech is supposed to be garbage this year. Unfortunately, I like the Jackets. Ramblin' Wreck, baby.
Well, I mean, historically, Clemson has had trouble with them, but they're not the same team.
They're not. We have new coach. Everyone's from the triple option recruiting era.
Yeah, they're gonna not be great.
It's gonna be tough. You're gonna really have to hope that defense is more stout than expected.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's in Clemson also, which is not very nice for Georgia Tech. But yeah. We'll see how it goes. I like Jeff Collins. He's getting a lot of buzz in Atlanta. Oh, that's a pun. Buzz, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Did you mean it?
No, I didn't mean it. No pun intended. But yeah, he's getting a lot of publicity in Atlanta. He's doing a really good job from what everyone seems to be thinking. They're a 36-point underdog, Georgia Tech. So let's just cover. Let's just try and cover game 1, and then we'll walk into week 2. We'll slowly get better until end of the year when they beat Georgia. I think they play in Atlanta for that game.
Yeah, this is not going to be good. I'm looking. This offense for Clemson is incredible.
T. Higgins, Trevor Lawrence,
Travis Etienne.
They got a good team, man. They're returning a lot of offensive players from that national championship. The defense.
Well, I mean,
the defense is
their
going to be.
defense, obviously, they took some hits defensively.
They lost their whole defensive line.
Their entire defensive line. Not that it's going to matter. They're still going to have one of the better ones. But this offense is something else.
It's a pretty good offense. I mean, they can run the ball. They can pass the ball. Trevor Lawrence, Heisman favorite. Yeah, they're not bad, Matt. Number 1 AP. They're not bad.
I knew it. I just haven't looked at their roster, and I'm like, oh, wow.
All right. Last game we'll talk about, Auburn, Oregon, and then we'll jump into something else. Auburn, Oregon. You want to give it your first reaction, first thoughts? Or
I don't know. Here's the thing. Auburn, people are saying they're not going to be as good this year. They have a 5-star recruiting quarterback that no one's seen, is unproven. This seems to be the kind of situation where Auburn has an early loss and then goes on to beat everybody and make some noise. I just don't know. I guess it depends. Is Bo Nix? Is Gus Malzahn gonna be able to mix it up enough with Bo Nix, and is he talented enough where Auburn is gonna be able to surprise some people? And I don't even know if you could really be able to say definitively one way or another after this Oregon game. I think it's gonna be competitive, and Auburn usually likes to they do pretty well against other conferences that first game.
They have in the past. They beat Louisville. They beat Washington last year.
Yeah. We've
given
they lost both times to
Clemson. They lost both times to Clemson, but yeah.
But we've given them, more of a run for their money than Notre Dame or, Ohio State or teams like that have.
Anyway, yeah.
So, I don't know. I think we'll play adequately. Well, I think we're gonna get it's gonna be one of those 7 or 3-point wins that doesn't feel good.
I would be I just want to get a win. I just want to get out of there with a win. But I'm gonna jump up on the hype train.
Okay.
Justin Herbert, you may be the number 1 QB taken in the draft next year.
Uh-huh.
You came back to Oregon for a reason, and that reason was to get sacked by Derek Brown. You're gonna get run over constantly. You're gonna have a bad time, and you're gonna say, "Man, why did I come back to Oregon? Why did I want to go back to Eugene? Just for the free Nikes?" Nah. You're going to be crying in your little boots. You're going to be all upset.
The Nikes might be worth it.
Huh? You think him coming back to Oregon is going to be worth it?
I'm just saying, you get a lot of Nikes.
Oh, okay. But I want to see this Auburn defensive front. I'm real excited about that defensive line. I think their defense is going to be really, really good. The offensive line for Auburn, I think, is going to be much improved. I think they're going to have a field day running the ball against Oregon. I really do.
By the way, while we're talking about it, did you see Chandler Cox take out 3 defenders in the Carolina preseason game?
I did not. Good job, Chandler Cox. Brings his hard hat to brings his helmet to work every day.
Yeah.
Brings the lunch pail and everything.
Lunch pail kid. First in the gym, last one out. I'm sorry, I just remembered that. If I'll find it, I'll send it to you. Yeah, Chandler Cox had a block, took out 3 whoever's.
Yeah, that's awesome for Chandler Cox. I'm excited to see Bo Nix take the first snaps for Auburn. We'll see what he can do. He won the job. He beat it out from another big time recruit who's been on Auburn for a year now.
So what we've said, if I'm not mistaken, after the Music City Bowl, we're on the Gus Bus?
Oh, I'm all on the Gus Bus.
We're all on the Gus Bus?
I hope the Gus Bus just runs the ball 50 times a game, maybe more, and we got to get another 1,000-yard rusher. Maybe 2 1,000-yard rushers. Maybe 1 2,000-yard rusher.
Sure.
How much yards did Trey Mason run for in 2013? Because that's how many yards I want at least from either Boobie Whitlow or one of the running backs this year.
It's got to be Whitlow. I think Whitlow will get it. He was...
Boobie Whitlow is the number 1 running back, yeah. I'm looking for 1,800 yards for my kid, right here. Boobie Whitlow, he's going to be in New York end of the year. That's what I want. The Gus Bus is back. Gus has got a little swagger back. I can see it.
I'm afraid that every single SEC coach knows what he does.
I'm also kind of really excited for this Auburn receiving corps. Will Hastings is back. Eli Stove is back. Seth Williams is a star. Anthony Schwartz banged up. I don't know if he's going to play week 1, but he's a track star. Him and Anthony Schwartz was on the Auburn track team. I think he's one of the fastest kids in the country, just like college track. Sean Shivers, I believe, is also on the track team. He's one of the fastest football players in the country. There's speed at Auburn. There's a lot of stuff to be excited for. And he has so many weapons. Bo Nix does. I think there's so many weapons on the wide receiving core. It's going to be tough to... If he can throw the ball well, it's going to be really hard for a lot of teams. I didn't even mention Sal Cannella. He's a big target. That tight end body. There's a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons there.
2013, Trey Mason had 1,800 yards.
1,800 yards, and he ran for, I think, 300 in the SEC championship.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. You should have known that. You were in school then.
I was. That was my first year.
Yeah, you should have known that.
I just remember...
You should have repeated the number of rushing yards immediately.
Well, I just remember not seeing the miracle in Jordan Hare and thinking I'd missed the biggest comeback ever, and then seeing the kick six 2 weeks later.
That's pretty cool. All right,
I was like, oh, cool. That was nice.
Let's end with I guess. Let's do playoff predictions, and do you want to do Heisman or do you want to do Heisman predictions?
I mean, at this point, it's a 2-man race, I think.
Yeah, it's between Boobie Whitlow and Sean Shivers. Just depends whoever gets the most touches at running back.
Yeah. No, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, Tua.
That's the race right now. I think Jalen Hurts, we were talking about that earlier. We were texting about that earlier. He's got a chance to shine in the Oklahoma offense against Big 12 defenses.
Lincoln Riley.
Don't know if he has the firepower throwing the ball to get it done.
He's not nearly as talented arm-wise as Baker or Kyler.
What about, do you think Tua and Trevor Lawrence could be hurt because they both have, amazing wide receivers, Jerry Jeudy and T. Higgins?
No, I think if anything that will help.
You don't think Heisman voters are
they're gonna get split?
They shouldn't get they're gonna lose a little bit of credit because they're gonna have
at this point is both of those guys are already established. So Trevor Lawrence is already established, made his spot, so he's gonna get all the credit. Tua is already established, he's gonna get all the credit.
I think Jerry Judy's gonna make. I could see Jerry Jeudy in New York. I could see
one of the most talented wide receivers that Alabama has had in recent years, including
Calvin Ridley.
Ridley,
Julio.
Mark Cooper,
Julio Jones, and O.J.
He's
Howard.
He's not more talented than Julio, but Jerry Judy's incredible.
I could see Jerry Jeudy in New York. I could see him being a top 5.
I could see New York paying Jerry Jeudy than trading him.
I can't wait to see Jerry Jeudy lining up with Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones for the Falcons next season.
That would be absurd. I mean, if you guys wanted to do that, you could.
He's going to replace Mohamed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu is going to get his retirement tour this year. And there it is.
Oh, my gosh. Who do we think top 4 is going to be?
I'll pick my Heisman. Let me pick my You pick your Heisman guy. You pick your Heisman.
Trevor Lawrence, I think.
Let me see if I can think of a quick underdog. Go. You know what?
Bo Nix.
You go to your playoff picks, and then I'll do my Heisman, and I'll do my playoff picks.
I don't even want to say it because I just really have no clue. Because I think, really, Georgia, LSU, or Alabama, and I'm gonna say it. If Auburn surprises, I think it could be them. I think Texas A&M has a shot if things the way things go. So Clemson, I'm pretty confident in. Oklahoma, I'm not even that confident in Oklahoma because Texas. I think I like Texas.
Sam Ehlinger, yeah, he's tough. That's a good team. That Texas team's very tough.
You know what? I'm going to go Clemson, Texas. I think Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State somehow make it so all 3 of them miss.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then Alabama. Yeah, It's going to be Alabama if they're in it.
So you're going Alabama, Clemson,